Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Fancy Sip Review. Today on the Fancy Sip Review, I'm going to be reviewing another Ghost energy drink. This time, it is going to be the Ghost Sour Patch Kid Blue Raspberry flavor. Now, I've reviewed a lot of the Ghost flavors on the Fancy Sip Review, and personally, I think by far Ghost makes the most tasty of the energy drinks that you can buy. Not only is Ghost incredibly tasty, but also in terms of what's in the ingredients of the energy drink, it's actually a very useful energy drink with all of its nootropics as well as things that go with it, as well as the caffeine. Now, a lot of energy drinks are just giving you 200 milligrams, sometimes 300 milligrams, like Bang did before Bang got in trouble with their super creatine thing. Ghost, on the other hand, is giving you 200 milligrams of caffeine, which is a very good amount. It's just a little bit more than a Monster, a NOS, or a Full Throttle. And in terms of the ingredients, like I said, it's actually very useful for using prior to going to the gym. Not only that, the flavor is usually delicious. So this is what the can looks like for the Ghost Blue Raspberry flavor. Hold this up to the camera so you can see. It shows the cool little ghost guy. It shows the blue Sour Patch Kids. The Sour Patch Kids are known for being sour, then sweet, and then being gone. I wonder if this drink is going to be sour and then sweet, or if this is just going to be a sweet drink like the Red Berry was. Here is the ingredients in the can, which I will attempt to read off. So, no further ado, let me try reading these incredibly confusing sounding words that are in this beverage. You are getting carbonated water, citric acid, natural and artificial flavors, L-carnitine, L-tartrate, taurine, tartric acid, caffeine, sodium benzoate, potassium sorbate, sucralose, there's your sugar, alpha-glyceryl phosphoryl choline, that's a big word, ascorbic acid, acesulfame potassium, coffee, coffee fruit extract, I should say, niacinamide, astragalus membranacus root extract. That's got to be good for you. Panax noto ginseng root extract, pyridoxal 5-phosphate, and some form of meth called methylcobalamin. So with all of that, you know this drink is going to be good for you since it has stuff that's tough to read. So it has to be good for exercising. It doesn't have beta-alanine in it. In this drink, in the nutrition facts, you're getting 5 calories, 35 milligrams of sodium, 1 carbohydrate. And the Ghost Energy Complex is Carnipure, which is L-carnitine, L-tartrate, 1,000 milligrams. Taurine, 1,000 milligrams. Natural caffeine from coffee bean, 200 milligrams is your caffeine. Alpha-GPC, which is alpha-glyceryl phosphoryl choline, 50%, 150 milligrams. Neurofactor. Coffee fruit extract, you're getting 100 milligrams, which the coffee fruit extract is separate from the coffee that you get the caffeine from. You're getting 100 milligrams of that. Astrogen, which I'm not even going to try that one, you're getting 25 milligrams. This is what the other side of the can looks like. It's showing you all the useful things that this has in it. There's, again, the stuff that they have that they're listing and they're proud of. That's in their complex blend that they're listing off. So, when the camera goes back to me, there we go, you are getting legendary energy. Epic Focus, 0 sugars, No artificial colors. So sadly, this drink is not going to be blue, which I am blue dabba dee dabba die about that. I wish it was a blue drink, but what can you do about it? The zero sugars, I never understood that. I mean, they use as artificial sugar. I mean, I don't know why they don't just list what the artificial sugar is. Some people like Splenda. Some people like aspartame. I mean, they should just list what the sugar is, even if it is an artificial sugar. So, with all of that said, let's see how this Ghost energy drink tastes. I was a big fan of the Warhead flavor, even though it was kind of acidic in a way in which if you left in your mouth for too long, it would rot your teeth out. Although any sugar would also do that, but it was a weird version of sour. Now, the red berry wasn't sour in the slightest, which Sour Patch Kids themselves are not very sour, especially compared to something like a Warhead. Let's see how this looks when I pour it. One issue I have with recording these videos is because I have to lean forward to talk into the microphone, the suit rides up a little bit, so I have to constantly be adjusting it. Maybe one day I'll mess with this microphone arm and you won't see me constantly doing that. But until then, I'm going to continuously do that in these videos. So in the beverage, it is clear. It does have an interesting slight color to it. I don't know. It's like a minor milky look, but it is still a clear beverage, as you can see. There's a little bit of carbonation coming up from the bottom, but not too much. Let's see how this beverage smells. It smells a lot like the red berry, which is to say, it smells more in lines of the sugar that would be at the bottom of a bag of Sour Patch Kids as opposed to the Sour Patch Kid itself, which is kind of disappointing. I mean, the Sour Patch Kids are more of a sweet candy, even though they're called Sour Patch Kids. So let's see how this tastes. I will say that the drink itself is a lot more sour than I initially thought it was going to taste based on the smell. Blue raspberry, though, the flavor isn't the strongest of blue raspberry flavors. It does taste pretty good, though. It tastes like a very sour flavor. I mean, it doesn't taste as sour as the Warhead line of Ghost drinks, but on its own, this is a very good, flavorful taste that you're getting. The more that I am drinking this beverage, I am getting a bit more of the blue raspberry. It is heavily masked by the sour taste, and much like a Sour Patch Kid, it is somewhat sour. I mean, it's not the most sour thing. It has a bit more of a sweetness to it that does taste pretty good, especially when comparing this to the Warhead line of flavors. With Warhead, they're selling, I believe, watermelon and sour apple. With the Sour Patch Kid, they are selling a blue raspberry and a generic red berry flavor. So Ghost isn't trying to have the two different sour lines compete with each other. They know that people like sour candy, which they're coming out with a Sour Belts flavor soon, which is supposed to be a generic version of a sour rope type candy. What I will say with Ghost, though, a lot of companies will take a copyrighted product like that of Sour Patch Kids, and then they will just change the name of it. So instead of Sour Patch Kids. They'll have a flavor called like Sour Batch Boys or something like that. And it's supposed to emulate the taste. This does taste a lot like a Sour Patch Kid, but the Sour Patch Kids themselves are not very sour. The taste is more of a fruity, sweet taste, which you are getting with this. So, what are my final thoughts and my rating for the Sour Patch Kid Blue Raspberry flavor by Ghost Energy? I think I'm going to give this drink a 9.5 out of 10. I think one of the issues with this is that the sourness is kind of overwhelming in terms of the flavor profile, muting the blue raspberry. You can taste kind of the blue raspberry, but I mean, it's tough to give a sour beverage a perfect 10 out of 10 when it's emulating a fruit flavor, because the sourness kind of deducts points, at least for me, even though I am a big fan of sour beverages, as you can tell from my Four Loko reviews. I think Ghost is probably the best of the energy drink companies. It seems as if they are targeting gym enthusiasts who want something sweet before going to the gym. And I think that everything that they've made that I've reviewed so far has been good. Now, Ghost is based out of Las Vegas, same place as the UFC. So I don't know if Ghost is ever advertised during a UFC event. If you know, please let me know. All I know from Ghost is walking by a GNC, seeing the new flavors, like the Ninja Turtle flavor, which is not coming out in cans. So, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you learned a lot. You learned the Fancy Sipper's opinion on Ghost and my opinion on this flavor. Thank you again, and cheers. Clink.